Hi everyone, this is Nox, an average Muggle living in Tokyo. Welcome back to my channel. Today, and for the next episode as well, we're going to do something completely different. My former superior and brother-in-arms allow me to refer to them as Captain Bernard and Betty, as they're personal heroes of mine. They came to visit me the other day, all the way from Korea. He was in the Marine Corps, and I gave the two of them a little tour around the city over 3 days. I finished my own military service in the Navy, and in my final years, I was lucky enough to serve under Bernard as my chief in my naval command. Since his discharge came much later than mine, he promised he'd visit me in Tokyo one day, and it finally happened. So for today, allow me to share our first day. We spent most of it at the Making of Harry Potter, Warner Bros. Studio Tour, Tokyo. I'll tell you how to get tickets and the train route to the studio at the end of the video, so please stay tuned to the very end. I sensed that we would need to stuff ourselves with loads of food, since the tour officially says you need an average of 3.5 hours to look around. So we immediately dug into some oyakodon, which is chicken and egg on rice. We could already feel the Harry Potter-ness the moment we got off at Toshiman Station, the nearest stop to the studio. Trust me, almost everyone getting off there is heading to the studio, so all you have to do is just follow the crowd. The tour begins with the Great Hall, where the Hogwarts students usually have their meals. The first thing you have to do, though, is to choose the house you want to be in. Now, this system is far more student-friendly than the real Hogwarts, because in Tokyo you can get to choose your own. I'm hoping for Gryffindor. And since it's probably the most popular one anyway, surely I'll get Gryffindor, right? 3, 2... Okay, that went well. After a while, they turn the lights on and give you some time to look around the tables and everything else. But the part that truly started to amaze me was this, where they cleverly presented the moving staircase of Hogwarts. Can you see that some of the photos are actually moving? You can't get on the stairs, but still, it's quite fun to watch them shift about from up close. Boom. And next is when you finally understand why some of the photos were moving. You see, there were at least 5 different booths where you could go in and film your own short clip. Now Bernard is clearly in another dimension. Marvel, probably. But don't worry, you don't need to be a top actor to enjoy it. Whatever you do, it comes out pretty cool. Although I have to say, Bernard's moves have nothing to do with Harry Potter, yet somehow they match the background even better. We did the same. You can pretty much do it as many times as you like. Next, the sightseeing begins. I think this is the Gryffindor common room. And can you spot the Bobaton girls on the right? I was really impressed, and that's exactly why I think costumes really help pull you into the whole thing. Next, the Slytherin common room. As a Slytherin myself, what is this hatred against our house? All my housemates are beheaded, sitting there like dolls. This is genuinely hurtful, man. Can you guess where this is? Prove you're a true Harry Potter fan by guessing in the comments. As a former infantry company commander, Bernard's real interest lies in the weaponry. Yes, the wands. I think this is another spot where Harry Potter expertise is essential, because I had no clue how to tell them apart. Beth even knew Hermione's wand. How is that possible? Next is the place where you brew potions, I think. Any idea what this mirror is meant to be? I'm sure it has a meaning. Now Bernard is showing some explicit aggression towards Snape over there. His marine instinct quickly told him that Snape is up to no good. Look at Voldemort's snake. It actually looked far more realistic than I expected. They're so elaborate. Bernard's already coming up with a plan to defeat Voldemort using pure physical strength. Next is the forest, which I think appeared in the first or second film in the series. And this is where my frustration grew beyond control. Literally every machine refused to interact with me. This ostrich here apparently bows back if you bow to it. I bowed and greeted him about 10 times, and he'd only respond to Bernard's greetings. How can an ostrich be this selective? Forget it. You can see Bernard immediately going into combat mode, since they're armed. I could sense a real sense of fair play in him, because he'd only attacked them with the same weapon. Come on, sir. You're being far too childish now. Another frustration here. Do you remember the Dementor part, where Harry learns how to fend them off? This is the section where you activate your Expecto Patronum. That was the idea, I think, but it deeply pains me to say it was made perfectly clear that I am no wizard. I was a Muggle. Why won't my spell activate? The friendly married wizard couple to my left gave me a crash course. We did it together, switched places, tried it in a group of 3, but yeah, you can't change your destiny that quickly. Neji from Naruto was right. I was destined to be a Muggle. To celebrate my confirmed Muggle status, we went out for some butterbeer. Can you see the immediate change in our expressions the moment we drink it? Yeah, it's neither butter nor beer. Don't get your hopes up about the taste, guys, but one good thing is you get to take the mug home once you're done. Next, you will understand why I said it's important to visit on good weather. Quite a few spots, like these, are located outside. Okay, I'm definitely taking him to a samurai academy next time. Next up is Harry Potter's house. Man, the place looked so real. I mean, this is the night bus. This one appeared late in the series, I think, so I'd remember it well. But it's a 3-story bus, pretty cool, right? Sadly, you can't actually get inside. Imagine commuting on this thing, it'd be so comfy. And here's the famous King's Cross station. Not in London, but in Tokyo. I have to say, the train was legit. If you look through the windows, it almost feels like you're traveling to Hogwarts with. Different characters are placed in different sections of the carriage, so you can give yourself a little recap of the films. I really like this part, because the train just looks so real, and there are photo zones to take pictures as well. Next up is the Ministry of Magic. I barely remember what actually happened here. I think Dumbledore and Snape had a battle, almost at the end now. The part where Harry first bought his school supplies. The puking pastels were clearly my favourite. Wasn't tempted to actually eat the sweet style. I just love looking at these miniatures, though I'm not sure miniature is the right word given how huge they are. Bernard and I had a whole discussion about the most effective ways to defend the castle. From a navy and marine perspectives, it's still fun just to imagine. So that was only half of what's there. I deliberately left the surprises out, so you can enjoy them for yourselves. Now I'll briefly tell you about the tickets and how to get there. Remember, get the robe or costume, bring a friend who knows the Harry Potter series better than you, and make sure to go on a sunny day. Okay, so here's the Making of Harry Potter website. Just type that in, and it should be the first page you find. When you get to the page, press the tickets button in the top right corner, and then click buy tickets. Wait for it to load. And then it adds the number of people visiting. Like for us it was 3. Then press continue. Now, as you can see, the price really depends on when you go. So it's generally cheaper on weekdays. Press the date and select your time slot. The place closes at 7, so the latest slot you can book is 3 PM. Click add to order. And I'm not sure about others, but for the broom experience, I'd recommend this if you want to ride a broomstick and keep the photos and videos. Like, one package covers up to 8 people in the same group, so if you're going in a big group, it might be worth it. And then you're left with the payment. Okay, for the train route, first make sure you start from Ikebukuro station. Get on the Seiba Ikebukuro line heading for Toshimaen, and you'll be there in around like 15 minutes. Follow the crowd, and after a 5-minute walk, you're already there. Thanks for watching, see you next time.